Okay, now that we have already solved the problems based on compound interest by using the simple interest method, now the next will be using the formula to solve the problems on compound interest. Now before that, let us first derive the formula for compound interest. So let us we'll derive it by the method of simple interest only, right? So let the principal, the sum, let the principal be equals to P, the rate percent be equals to R percent, and time is equals to N years. So we'll find the formula. To derive the formula, we'll start with the simple interest method. So right from the first year, let us see, we'll follow the same procedure as we did in solving the problems. So first year, let the sum be denoted by P1, and that is equals to P rate is R percent and time is equals to 1 year. So let us find the interest for the first year. I1 is P1 into R into T by 100. So P1 is P into R into 1 by 100, and that is coming to P into R by 100. So this is the interest for the first year. Now we calculate the amount. So amount is principal plus interest, that is P plus PR by 100. So we take P common, we have 1 plus R by 100. So we have A1 is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100, and that we refer to as P2, which will be the principal for the next year. Now I think it is clear. P1 is P, that is the principal for the first year. Rate is R percent, time is 1 year. So interest is P RT by 100, that is P into R into 1 by 100, that is coming to PR by 100. So amount is principal plus interest. So P plus P into R by 100, we take P common, so 1 plus R by 100. So amount is P into 1 plus R by 100, and we assume we take it as P2, means the amount at the end of the first year is the principal for the next year. So here we will move on to the next year now, second year. Let us see what is the status of the second year. So you have second year, let the P2. P2 is this one, P into 1 plus R by 100. So rate remains the same, that is R percent, and time T equals to 1 year. So let us find the interest for the second year. So interest for the second year I2 is P2 into R into T by 100. So in place of P2, we have P2 equals to P into 1 plus R by 100. So this is P into 1 plus R by 100 equals to into R into 1 by 100. So this comes to PR by 100 into 1 plus R by 100. So this is the interest for the second year. Now to find the amount, A2 is P2 plus I2. So what is P2? P2 is this one, that is P into 1 plus R by 100, plus I2 is this one, that is P R by 100 into 1 plus R by 100. So from there, I will just rub this side. From here we have, so let me rub this entire thing, otherwise you will get confused. So A2, so first write A2 here. A2 is equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 plus PR by 100 into 1 plus R by 100. So this one I just copied it down here. Now I got this side. So from here, if you take common 1 plus r by 100 from there, so you take, first of all you take p common and into 1 plus r by 100. I've taken p into 1 plus r by 100 common, so it is left, from here it is 1 and from here it is r by 100. So it is p into 1 plus r by 100 into 1 plus r by 100, so it is coming to p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power 2. So for the first year the amount was p into 1 plus r by 100. For the second year it is p into 1 plus r by 100 power 2. For third year it will be p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power 3. For the fourth year it will be p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power 4, like this. So what will be, it will be after n years. So therefore, hence, if you take the nth year, n years, so it will be p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n. So this is the formula. A equals to an, I have just taken it as a1, a2, that's why an, you will find a in books. So an is p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n. So this is your formula for calculating the amount, and compound interest is given by a n minus p, that is p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n minus 1 in bracket if you take p common. So this is your formula. So finally the formula stands: amount equals to p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n, and compound interest is p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n minus 1. So I write it neatly again on the top. So a formula for the compound interest of amount equals to p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n, and compound interest is p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n minus 1. So these two are the formula that you will be using in solving the problems of compound interest. Now you have got certain formulas that you just copy it on the board. So this is when the interest is compounded annually. Then you have got half yearlies and some like this. So I just write down number 1, case 1 we write. Case 1, when interest is compounded annually. When interest is compounded annually. So principal equals to p, rate equals to r%, and time equals to n years. Right? So amount is given by p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n, and compound interest is given by p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n minus 1. So this is the first formula when the interest is compounded annually. I'll move on to case 2. When interest is compounded annually but the rate being different for different years. When compounded annually but rates being different for different years. Rates being different for different years. So here in this case our amount will write it as, for example, so we write amount as A equals to P into 1 plus R1 by 100, 1 plus R2 by 100, 1 plus Rn by 100. So if the rates are different for the different years, we use this formula like this. And again, compound interest is amount minus principal. So and compound interest will be equals to amount minus the principal. So this is the formula when the rates are different for the different years, right? Now the third part, case number 3. Case 3 is when the interest is compounded annually but time is a fraction. Interest compounded annually but time being a fraction. For example, you take it as 5 2 by 3 years. 5 2 by 3 years. Now in this case, we'll write the amount A equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power 5 into 1 plus 2 by 3 into R by 100, this one. So 5 will be as a whole number, so A equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power 5, and the fractional part, that is 1 plus 2 by 3 into R by 100. So this is when the interest is compounded annually but the time being a fraction. Okay. Then next we have case number 4. Case number 4 is when the interest is compounded half yearly. When interest is compounded half yearly. So the amount is given by P into 1 plus R by 200 to the power of 2n. This is the formula for the amount when it is compounded half yearly. Now, next question number 5, case 5 will be compounded quarterly. When interest is compounded quarterly. So it becomes R by 400 and this becomes 4n. We have already told you that when it is compounded half yearly, divide the rate by 2 and multiply the time by 2. In the case of quarterly, it is divide the rate by 4 and multiply the time by 4. So that is what has happened here in multiplied by 4 and rate is divided by 4, right? So these are the 5 cases we are dealt with now. Now we will use these 5 cases to solve the problems on compound interest. So now let us start solving the problems on it. So I write the first question on the board. So here is the question number 1 by using formula. Find the compound interest on rupees 12,000 for 3 years at 10% per annum compounded annually. Compounded annually. So here, first we find the amount and then we find the compound interest. The amount is P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. So amount A equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. So P is given as 12,000. 1 plus 10 by 100 and the time given is for 3 years. So it is for 3. So it is 12,000 into 1 by 10. So it is 11 by 10 to the power 3. So it is 12,000 into 1331 by 1000. 1331 into 12, and that is coming to 15972. 15972. So this is the amount at the end of the first, after 3 years. Now you find two compound interest. So compound interest is amount minus principal. So this is 15972 minus 12,000 is the original principal, and that is coming to 3972. So here it is, very simple, in all, not many steps here, only the formula, but be careful with the calculation part. This is what is important here. You cannot commit errors while solving the problems, otherwise your marks will be deducted. So A is P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. P is 12,000, rate is 10%, time n is 3 years. So after solving this, we get the amount, and then compound interest is amount minus principal. So here it is, very simple. Now let us take the second question here. Rahul bought a refrigerator for rupees 4,000 on credit. The rate of interest for the first year is 5%, and for the second year is 15%. How much will it cost him? How much will it cost him if he pays the amount after 2 years? So the question is here, Rahul bought a refrigerator for rupees 4,000 on credit. Rate of interest for the first year is 5%, and for the second year it is 15%. So that means you can see here the rates are different for the different years. So you have got a different formula for this. So amount, that is the cost, that how much will it cost him? The cost him will be equal to the amount. So amount is P into 1 plus R1 by 100 into 1 plus R2 by 100, where R1 is the rate for the first year, R2 is the rate percent for the second year. So we have P, principal 4,000 into 1 plus, first year is 5 by 100, and first year is 5, for the second year is 15, 1 plus 15 by 100. So it is coming to 4,000 into 1 by 20, so 21 by 20 into 3 by 20, 23 by 20. This 410. So this is coming to 4830. So I write the answer directly here, 4830. So the refrigerator cost him rupees 4830. Now the third question. Find the compound interest on rupees 24,000 on rupees 24,000 at 15% per annum for 1/3 years. So this is the question. Now what is the difference with the previous two questions is that the time is given is fraction. Find the compound interest on rupees 24,000 at 15% per annum for 1/3 years. Here 1/3, the time is in fraction. There also we got a different formula here. So amount is given by, or you can directly apply the formula for the compound interest. So let us do that only. Compound interest equals to P into 1 plus R by 100. So let it be wait. I think we use the formula for amount only. So amount is P into 1 plus R by 100. It is 2 power 2 into 1 plus 1/3 into R by 100. So this will be the formula. P into 1 plus R by 100 power 2, the whole number 2, and plus 1/3 into rate by 100. So let us now write. So what is the on rupees? So principal is 24,000. 1 plus rate is 15%. 15/100 to the power 2 into 1 plus 1/3 into 15/100. So this is coming to 24,000 into 3. So it is 23 into 23 by 20 into 20 into 5, 20. 21/20. So I think I have 21/20, and that is coming to 33327. 33327. So let me check it. 23/20. Okay, so this is it. The amount is coming to 33,327. Now what is the compound interest? And that is amount minus principal. That is 33327, and the principal is 24,000. So finally answer is 9327. 9327. So this is, so all the three types now we have done. First one is compounded annually, that you have done. Second one is when the rates are different for the different years, and third one it is also compounded annually, but the time is in fraction. Okay. Now we move on to the next question, that is question number 4, and write it on the board. The question number 4 is, if the interest is compounded half yearly, calculate the amount when principal is rupees 7400, the rate of interest is The rate of interest is 5% per annum, and duration is 1 year. And duration is 1 year. Here, look at the question. If the interest is compounded half yearly, now first three cases were compounded annually. First case compounded annually. Second case compounded annually, but the rates were different for the different years. Third case 3 was compounded annually, but now then the time was in fraction. Now you come to the fourth one, case number 4, that is amount, and calculate the amount when the principal is this much, rate of interest 5%, duration is 1 year, but the interest is compounded half yearly. So you got the formula here. Amount is given by P into 1 plus R by 200 to the power 2, and 200 y. R rate is divided by 2, so R by 2, 2 comes down, becomes 200, and time is multiplied by 2, that is 2n, right? Now principal is 7400, 1 plus rate is 5%, so 5 by 200 to the power 2 into 1, n is 1 year, so it is coming to 7400 into 41 by 40 to the power 2, so that is 7400 into 41 into 41 divided by 40 into 40. So the final answer is 7774, 7774.60. So this, be careful with this calculation. Since I have already done the calculation, writing the answer, copying the answer directly onto the board, but then in the examination hall, don't practice so much that in the examination hall you don't eat up your time and thereby putting pressure on yourself. So this is what, be careful, do lots of practice with the calculation so that it becomes easier for you to handle this type of calculations in the examination hall. Now we move on to the question number 5. Find the principal if the compound interest compounded annually at the rate of 10% per annum, at the rate of 10% per annum for 3 years is rupees 331. So question is, find the principal, that means P is unknown here. If the compound interest compounded annually at the rate of 10% per annum for 3 years is rupees 331. So you can now here you can apply the formula for the compound interest directly without finding the amount. So let us first write the formula for compound interest, that is P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n minus 1. So find the principal. P you have to find, P is unknown. The component is given is 331, P is unknown, so it is 1 plus, rate is given as 10%, so it is 10 by 100, time is 3 years minus 1, so it is 331 equals to P into, if you cancel this 1 by 10, so it is 11 by 10 for 3 minus 1. So it is 331 equals to P into, so it is 1331 by 1000 minus 1. So we have 331 equals to P into 1331 minus 1000 divided by 1000. So 331 equals to P into 331 by 1000. So P is equals to 1000. So let us see to the question again. To find the principal if the compound interest compounded annually at the rate of 10% per annum for 3 years is rupees 331. So 331 is the compound interest given. P we had to find. Rate is 10%, time is 3 years. So this, by putting the values in its appropriate positions, finally got the value of P as 1000. Nothing different. Only thing is that you need to be careful while putting the values as well as while doing the calculation. So don't try to put yourself under pressure by doing calculation mistakes in the examination hall. So you need practice, otherwise this chapter is very simple. Now I move on to the question number 6. Question number 6. What sum of money will amount to rupees 3630 in 2 years at 10% per annum compound interest? Just go to the question. So what sum of money will amount to rupees 3630 in 2 years at 10% per annum compound interest? So here the amount is given. So amount equals to P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. So what sum of money will amount to this? So amount is 36 P is here. So 1 plus rate is 10%, 10 by 100, n is 2 years, 2. So you can write 3630 equals to P into 0011 by 10 square. So we have 3630 equals to P into 121 by 100. So P is equals to 3630 into 100 divided by 121. So I think it is 3002. So the principal is, or the sum is 3000, right? So nothing different here. Again I tell you the formula is already written and everything is given except the value of P. Just put the formula and do the calculation. Now the next question, number 7. The difference between the compound interest and simple interest on a certain sum at 10% per annum for 3 years is rupees 93. Find the sum. This type of questions are very important from the examination point of view. So please do find out more questions of this type in your book and try to solve it. So now, difference between the compound interest and simple interest on a certain sum. So sum is unknown. At 10% per annum for 3 years is 93. So obviously compound interest for 3 years will be more than the simple interest. We know that very well. So CI minus SI is 93. So here we have the compound interest minus the simple interest equals to 93. Now if the sum is P, let the sum is P, then P into 1 plus rate of interest is 10%. 10 by 100 to the power n means 3 minus 1 minus simple interest for 3 years is P into rate is 10 times 3 by 100 is equals to 93. So now let us solve it. So P into 0, 0 cancel. cancel, 1 by 10, 11. So again 1331 minus 1000 by 1000 minus 3p by 10 equals to 93. So we have it is p into 331 or 331p. 1331 minus 1000 is 331 and p divided by 1000 minus 3p by 10 is equals to 93. So let us move this. So here you have 331. So you take the LCM, that is 331p minus 300p divided by 1000 equals to 93. It comes to 31 by 1000 into p equals to 93. So p is equals to 93 into 1000 by 31. So 3000. So the principal is coming to 3000. So the difference between the compound interest and the simple interest coming given to be 93. So the compound interest is this one, simple interest is this one, difference is 93. I have written CI first and SI second because the compound interest is always more than simple interest. Only for the first year both are same. So this coming to the, and ultimately we get the value of P as 3000. I hope it is clear, no confusion. Our next question is number 8. On a certain sum of money, the difference between the CI payable CI for a year payable half yearly and the simple interest for a year is ₹180. Find the sum length out. Find the sum lent out if the rate of interest in both the cases is 10%. So in this case I need to rub the board. The question is big enough to cover the entire board. So on a certain sum of money, the difference between the compound interest for a year payable half yearly. So the compound interest is payable half yearly, interest paid half yearly, and the simple interest for a year is ₹180. Find the sum lent out if the rate of interest in both the cases is 10%. Very simple. Compound interest we will have to calculate half yearly, simple interest as it is, and the difference is given as 180. So let us proceed. So let the sum be P, then we have P into 1 plus R by 200 to the power minus 1, right? Minus P into R into T by 100 is equals to how much? 180. So what is given? We need to find the value of P. So P into 1 plus, what is the rate? 10. It is 10 by 200 for a year. So it is 2 into 1 minus 1 minus P into 10 into 1 by 100 equals to 180. So it is P into 21 by 20 square. Minus 1 and minus P by 10 equals to 180. So here it is 441 minus 400. So 441 minus 400 divided by 400 into P minus P by 10 equals to 180. So it is 41 P by 400 minus P by 10 is 180. So it is 41 P and this is 40 P. So P by 400. So it is P by 400 equals to 180. So P equals to 400 into 180, that is 72,000. So finally the principal comes to 72,000. So please have a look.